Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel, and here's a headline from the Daily Hodl. 2,300% XRP Rally could be just around the corner, according to top crypto analyst. And by the way, after this article was posted on Twitter, the analyst whose comments were discussed here was asked, "What if you're wrong about your expectations with XRP?" And he answered. So I want to share that as well. So we're going to be talking about price in this latest Moon Lambeau hot jam. I got opinions and comments from a few chart analysts, and we gon't have a killer time, son. But you know what? I want to be clear at the outset here. I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. Damn it. I'm just running a YouTube channel as a fun hobby. As I record this, XRP is at $1.22. Bitcoin is just over $49,000 market cap for the asset class, 2.1 trillion, and Bitcoin dominance sliding down further to 42.82%. Now, Crypto Fear and Greed Index looking pretty good for the bulls out there. On a scale of 0 to 100, the Crypto Fear and Greed Index is at 79, which is precisely where it was yesterday. So people feeling optimistic. I have a suspicion that it's going to stay more or less in that range for some period of time. And you'll see there's an analyst that I'm going to share probably towards the later part of this video who thinks that in terms of Bitcoin trajectory, which of course leads the market, so it's important for XRP holders and anybody in crypto, might be a little bit until we see the next level of fireworks. But we'll see. Don't want to get ahead of myself here. So into this article, 2,300% XRP rally could be just around the corner. Well, you've caught my attention, Daily Hodl. What do you have to say here? Oh, and by the way, so the analyst in question here, as you'll see as I go through this, it's Credible Crypto. And some of what's discussed here, some of these points I actually brought up in a video within the last couple days or so. But they have some additional quotes and additional information, which I think you're going to find very fascinating about directionally where we're going and why. Anyway, so XRP could be on the heels of one of the biggest rallies it's ever had, according to a closely followed crypto trader. In a new strategy session, the pseudonymous trader, known as Credible Crypto, says he believes XRP is destined to reach somewhere between $20 to $30 this bull cycle. Now, looking at XRP's abrupt 1,000% rally in 2017, the trader posits that something similar could happen in the current bull cycle. And here's a quote. "The biggest gains happen in the last 10% of the bull market." And keep in mind that XRP was trading at 22 cents in 2017. And in 1 month, it went up to $3.30. It went 10x in a month. Let me pause right there. And so the run up from the low 20-cent region to nearly $4, it took about 2.5 weeks. So I know he's kind of using rough estimation, whatever's in mind there, but it was seriously, it was even faster than that, though it really was about 2.5 weeks. And as far as the top, it is, he said $3.30. It depends on the source you go to. And so this is not to pick apart what they're saying. That's not the point of this. I just wanted to highlight, because some people I'm sure are going to be wondering, well, if you go to Live Coin Watch, here, I think it's $3.92 they list as the all-time high. Let me check here. Yeah, there you go, $3.92. And if you go to Live Coin Watch, if memory serves, I think it's like $3.84. Well, the reason is they're pulling information a little bit differently. So there could be a source out there that does say that the all-time high was $3.30, but from exchange to exchange, the prices actually vary a bit because there's different people trading on different exchanges. Like they are their own little enclosed ecosystems, and each of these enclosed little ecosystems pays attention to what the other closed little ecosystems are doing, and if the prices get out of balance, then that's where they notice that there's an arbitrage opportunity. That's exactly what happens. And that's what keeps the global markets more or less in check. And so sometimes, yes, you do see a spike up, but it's typically, if it's way out of line with the rest of the price globally, it's typically very short-lived. And then the rest of his quote is as follows. "Something similar can be expected here. I think if we can break the all-time high within the next few months, then we're easily going to go 3 to 5x. It's very reasonable. Again, in 2017, we went 10x. So 3 to 5x is easy. $10 minimum is where I'll consider taking profits." So you can take that for what it's worth, but he's saying he's not willing to sell XRP until or unless it hits $10. And that's bold. And I'll tell you, look, I don't make price predictions, and nobody knows, even Credible Crypto will tell you, you don't know for sure like how high this is going to go, or what the what the all-time high is going to be for this cycle. But I've openly stated I don't know if it's going to happen, but I'd be very surprised at this point with how high Bitcoin and Ethereum specifically have gone. I'd be surprised if this market cycle we don't see at least $10, and it's certainly plausible that you could see it go much higher. And there's all sorts of people that have $10 basically as the floor, including the Blockchain Backer and Lub Crypto and DIY Investing. There's all sorts of reputable and well-known analysts in the space that happen to have about the same opinion on the bottom, even if they don't agree exactly on what's the most likely top. Anyway, Peace continues. According to Credible Crypto, once XRP breaks its all-time highs of $3.40, that's a different number here, so there you go, Crypto Media. The token will go into an explosive price discovery phase that could end up as high as $30. Based on current prices, the trader's target for XRP implies a 2,319% increase from current prices. And so look, if that sounds impossible from here, I'll just say this to you. Despite the fact that, fine, we don't know where this is going to go, it always seems impossible to just your typical retail speculator, most of them anyway, until it actually happens, which inevitably it does because it's crypto and the market moves in tandem. And of course, there's always major pullbacks along the way too, fine, of course, I always acknowledge that, but it happens to the upside tremendously and very quickly. And so here's another quote from Credible Crypto. We have a ways to go is what I'm getting at here. Again, my targets for XRP, as I've said many times, many times, stand at $20 to $30 at the end of this bull cycle, whether that be 6 months or a year from now. That is my target. Things will get exciting. Things will accelerate aggressively after we break all-time highs. The hardest part is getting back to all-time highs. As we break all-time highs, there's no sell pressure above, and it becomes very easy to climb the ranks and to get higher and higher. And by the way, that's his quote, so take note of that part. As we break all-time highs, there's no sell pressure above, and it becomes very easy to climb the ranks and to get higher and higher. He's not the only one that recognizes that's just the case in general with this type of stuff, as I'll highlight in just a moment. But first, I wanted to point this out. There's an individual named Kenwood Capital who tweeted just a regular tweet, the Daily Hodl article that I just cited here. And then somebody who named themselves Gordon Gecko responded to that and wrote, right, let it go to $2 first, shall we? And Credible Crypto actually saw that and wrote, right, if you read the article and watch the video in it, you would see that's the first target. And then he added a little smiley face right there. Now, this is interesting, though. So somebody named Fuat, whose name I may be mispronouncing, my bad, if so, wrote the following. Honest question. I appreciate all your effort for us, but what will your answer for your followers if your XRP target fails? Although you always warn us to do our own research, many just rely on your posts. Thank you for understanding. Yeah, so I'd say that's a bad idea. If somebody's coming right out and saying, hey, here's my opinion, just so you know this isn't financial advice, but then you just do whatever they're doing, there's such a thing as personal responsibility. Maybe don't do that. Maybe seriously don't do that. That is not a good idea. That's STOOPID, stupid, as far as I'm concerned. But Credible Crypto did read that, and he retweeted it, and he answered with the following. My answer will be, my target was not met. I always say there are no guarantees, and this is just my expectation based on my analysis. I am not infallible and have never claimed to be. As always, do your own research and invest based on your own conviction, not mine. I'm going to have to heart that one. Exactly. And so I find it interesting and entertaining and useful to just get opinions from a bunch of people that I find publicly share their analysis, their chart analysis. And these people that are, in my opinion, what I found is that they're typically more right than wrong. I find that entertaining and useful just to get opinions from other people in the space. But I'm not sitting here like making moves based on what they're saying. Like, absolutely not. For me, I'm going to be looking more broadly, like as far as when I start exiting, I'm going to be watching how high the rest of the market goes. And as long as XRP pops afterwards, that'll be easy for me to do. If XRP does something that's never done before and pops off before the rest of the market, that'll kind of wreck my plan a little bit. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. I doubt that's going to happen, though. I'm expecting other cryptocurrencies to just take off. And then if I see them at absurd levels, I'm going to assume that XRP is going to remain within a certain range by the time everything's said and done, just like it did in previous market cycles, and that's going to impact. So that's why for me, if you ask me, when are you going to start selling Moon Lambo? Well, it's not based on a timeline, and it's actually not entirely based off of what price levels we're going to see this market cycle. It's most importantly going to be based on like what does the market structure look like? Because I mean, imagine this. Let's say there's a weird world out there where what actually happens is XRP peaks at like $3 or $4. Well, then I'm going to sell 0 of my XRP. That's my answer. I'm going to sell 0 of it. 0. Not a chance I'll sell a single XRP. If we actually went through this whole thing with that XRP popping off, my answer is no, because that's not enticing to me. I'm not. That's not what I'm here for. I'm not going to do that. Now, I don't think that's going to happen. I'm just saying. And so that's why if it only makes it partially of the way up to where I expect it might go, based on what the rest of the market has done, what the market structure looks like, well, then maybe I'm only going to end up selling a portion of my XRP. But if it blows past what I need to be completely satisfied, then I'll sell all of my XRP. It just depends, so I can't really answer that. And if I sell off my XRP and I'm completely happy with what I got, and it like doubles or triples or quadruples or whatever from there, I'm okay with that. As long as I get what I want for me to be financially, get out of it what I want financially out of it. That's it. That's good. I'm looking at my own unique situation, and I'm factoring in the rest of my net worth and my own goals in life financially and all that. And so a big factor would be removing the risk from my life while recognizing I'm getting something substantial. And so there is a chance that I could sell way, way, way before it hits its all-time high even this cycle, possibly. I mean, I don't know if that's going to happen, maybe. And then if you look out another 10 years, you could look like, oh, that Moonlight, well, look at how early you sold, you idiot, and be like, no, that's not true. I'm very happy with what I got. And I removed the risk. I took the risk off the table. And then, by the way, don't forget, like, once we're back in a bear market, I have the option of putting a portion of that, or however much I want, frankly, back into crypto in the bear market. So just because I do that, like, it doesn't mean that I'm like done forever. And I'm not going to be out of crypto forever. That's not going to happen, even if I did sell it all now. And so anyway, that's what his answer is right there. I think it's perfectly reasonable. It's like, yeah, like make up your own damn mind. But I don't think it's a good idea to just like follow what somebody does on the internet like 100%. I'm not anyway. Anyway, so then there's DIY Investing, who wrote the following. Major XRP update. New all-time highs ahead. After a recent 150% rise off trending support, there isn't much resistance left until all-time high. This thing is about to skyrocket. Well, how about that? Not much resistance left until all-time high. Don't mind hearing that one little bit here. And then there was this. There was a tweet from an XRP community member named Anders L., which I think was a perfectly reasonable question. He wrote the following. And the blockchain backer ultimately responded, but check this out. This is something I wonder. I'm really looking for an answer here. If there have been 2 major market cycles in the past, and they both have differed, why would everyone assume the third would copy a previous cycle, and when they both differed in the past? Can someone answer this? And the blockchain backer ultimately did respond with the following. They did not differ. The cycles have been of equal length, and each cycle has ended with blow-off euphoria in altcoins. And then Anders saw that, and he did respond and wrote, just wonder why the debate is whether this bull run is like 2013 or 2017 then, if they didn't differ. And so it depends on what you're talking about, because the blockchain backer, he had, there might be a little bit of miscommunication here, but the blockchain backer has talked about how, for instance, one cycle had 2 alt seasons, the last one, and then in 2013 there was just one. So like technically that differs, but in terms of like the stuff that matters, directionally, where are we going? The blockchain backer is making it pretty clear here, and he shared a chart. If you care to look at your screen, I'll even make it full screen. But the blockchain backer is saying there was no difference for those metrics. And so as far as Anders L. comment and question there, I totally get why he's asking that. Because it's not like everything was 100% the same, but in terms of what resulted in everything going parabolic, yeah, those factors were there. And then you could see, again, the blow-off top, which is what I keep saying I'm personally waiting for. When you start seeing all of these coins just go off crazy and parabolically, I think it's going to happen to all of them. I don't even know if there's going to be a handful of exceptions to that. Maybe. We'll see. But certainly every mid and large cap coin last market cycle just went freaking crazy to the upside. And so if there are any small cap coins that didn't move in tandem for that euphoria phase, I'm just unaware of them. There are so many thousands of coins. There's a chance that I could just be unaware of any number of small cap coins. But I mean, literally, every mid and large cap coin, there are no exceptions to it. Every single one of them went parabolic. And so I'm expecting that same human behavior because it looks to me like humans are behaving pretty well the same to this point. So we'll see. Here's a tweet from chart analyst Michael Vanderpop, who wrote, "To me, this scenario of Bitcoin makes sense." And here's the chart that he shared. And so right where I'm circling, this is where we are right now. And you can see Bitcoin's hovering around still that $50,000 range. And so it looks like it's expecting it to go maybe down a bit from where it's been, because this is some serious resistance, kind of bounce around. And then he's expected to spike up above the $50,000 range with force, going above $57,000 even. And based on where he drew that on the chart, it looks like he's not expecting that to happen until perhaps somewhere in the neighborhood of late October. So we'll see. I don't know for sure if it's going to take that long, but based on the chart, I'm just sharing with you an opinion from a chart analyst here who thinks that that could be the case. And he's frequently right as far as what he talks about. So we'll see. I'm not seeing a huge consensus from analysts at this point as far as when we're going to have that definitive break upward. And I always watch for stuff like that. To me, that's one of the reasons it's so interesting to follow all these respected chart analysts, because they don't always agree. But when they do, what I've found is that it's much more probable that what they're all expecting to happen actually happens. And so to me, that's one of the reasons it's so useful to just take this look at all of these analysts. Because I don't think too many people are doing that. So I think it's fun to talk about. But anyway, I suppose I'll go ahead and wrap up there. But feel free to comment below. I always love hearing perspective from other people within the XRP community. What are your hopes? What are your expectations? What do you think people that were discussed in this video, these analysts, what do they have right? What do they perhaps have wrong? Any other big picture questions? I am not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say are right. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.